Guys, it's me here editing Shuda. So YouTube took down my original video for bullying and harassment, and I made an entire video about it. At the moment it's flopping really hard. So if you're seeing this, it is going to be censored. If you want the uncensored version, you have to go to my Patreon because YouTube hates me and likes to protect anti-black people and racist people and disgusting incels who like to mock girls' deaths. But anyway, hope you guys like this video. Let's get back into it. I didn't even have time to film an intro for this because I feel like there's just no point, because what I'm about to talk about is about to make me so mad. Oh my god, people like this genuinely irk me, and never in my life would I think that I would just be scrolling on TikTok and find this just on my feed. And it's weird because the videos that this person has up don't even have a lot of views, but yet I was able to find them, and they are so insane. This guy irks me so bad. He's the type of person where you just automatically want to punch him in the face. So this creature right here, 𝕾𝖆𝖊𝖎𝖎𝖑, this guy who looks like he snuck onto Earth more than once, had the nerve to make a video basically saying that all black anime fans, or not even just people in the cosplaying anime community, he meant basically alternative black people as a whole. And he made a video about them basically saying that if you're alternative and black, if you're leftist and black, that you're... Which is a crazy take coming from someone whose eyes reach both sides of the planet. But alright. You want to talk about people being quarter zip and a tie. Babe, you're dressed like the enemy. I'm kidding, that was a joke. But I just found it really funny, because his bio and his page is so outlandish. I refuse to believe that this is real, even though I know it's real. He's basically a black supremacist. I know, that sounds crazy. And there's nothing wrong with being pro-black, obviously, because I'm black. But when you come out and you say things like certain groups of people deserve to die because you think they hate themselves, is insane. Especially coming from somebody who looks like this. Your name is 𝕾𝖆𝖊𝖎𝖎𝖑. Are we... Hello? I want the unity of intelligence, and I want the unity of intelligent, race-loyal, strong-willed black men. This is really funny to me. You're gonna see why his whole bio is just funny. And he has a YouTube channel called Zamint Consortium. Zamint Consort... are you serious right now? Bro, are you freaking serious right now? And all he makes is videos is just mainly about black leftist people and how he literally believes that they are lower than him. He's basically if a white supremacist was accidentally born black. I really don't understand his point. And one of his, the video that caught my eye was not only the one of him talking about black anime community, but he made an entire video talking about this poor girl, this cosplayer. She happened to be black. I'm not gonna put her name or anything. I'll link her socials because of donations and stuff. But basically, she ended up committing self-deletion because of really racist comments coming from all races, not just white people. And he literally has a TikTok video where he basically says that he has no empathy for this girl, and he mocks her death. And in the comments of the video, he even talks about how she deserved to die, how people like that are essentially scum and they shouldn't be able to live. And there was one comment that literally said people like this are a disease to the black community or something. I'll put it on the screen. It's really insane. And they were even posting edited photos of her in a cotton field, photos of her being hung, photos of her slitting her neck open. It's very graphic. I'm not gonna put it on the screen. And he was liking all the comments saying, awesome, yeah, I agree. People like this are a virus, which is insane to say about someone who just died. It hasn't even been I don't even think a month since this girl has passed away, and he's already saying these things. And the comments are just terrible. Comments are literally just terrible. But the one thing that makes me even more mad about this guy is just take a look at some of his posts. I feel like if an incel was very right wing, this is what they would be like.
What's up, guys? My hair's not gonna stay, so let's just forget about it. This video is for black noticers, the ones taking up upon a train of 𝕵𝖃 and the new version of the alt-right. Being anti-Semitic makes no sense for you. Being anti-Semitic would suggest that the Jews have done something so bad to you that you would want the sort of things that 𝕵𝖃 wants to.
What is, like, does he even, like, hear the things that he's saying? Like, I'm not even gonna finish that video because it's insane. Here's another one.
The whites are being blatantly racist again. They're being blatantly violent towards other races again. And here's why, as a person who's been pro-black his entire life, sees this as a great benefit. You see, the things that I say seem really violent, really crazy, and really out of bounds when you feel comfortable in a white neighborhood. When you feel...
Yeah, because you're going along saying that people who were affected by racism, who have, like, committed suicide over it, deserve to die. That seems pretty extreme to me. I don't know. It's not even like, oh, it sounds crazy. No, it is crazy. Like, it is crazy. Like, look at him. Look at him. Like, you... Okay.
Russia can literally...
I don't understand how you're a narcissist. Well, actually, never mind. You know what? This makes so much sense. This video right here makes so much sense to all his other content that he's posting, because he probably secretly hates himself deep down, because there's no way that you can confidently post this.
And as doing that, we're going to talk about stigmatized subject, and I sort of want to give an opinion that I think Zamint.
You know, if you're gonna do the whole, like, black supremacist Zamint Consortium thing, why at least put some effort into it? He put a red sheet on the wall. That, like, you couldn't have got a green screen. No, you put a red sheet on the wall. You can even position a light right. I can't even see what you wrote. And your handwriting is terrible. You cannot make this up. How is it that you can be this? I'm just speechless. Like, are we looking at his handwriting? Like, I can't even read that. I can't even read that. Like,
you can go through a cleanse, right? So we're gonna sort of get to.
I love how he's speaking about intelligence and cleanse. Meanwhile, he can't even write straight on a whiteboard. Let that sink in. Ooh, this is the most frustrating. I have a certain liking for black liberal women. They appear to be the smartest and most politically aware black women. Hopefully this new age of black nationalism can win over the whites and become more aggressive and smart people of our race are pushed into union. I imagine white aggression will convince black leftists that it's not merely a class of conflict, but a race conflict as well. This is coming from the same guy. Like, I don't understand. And here is the video that I found that made me so upset. This video is just distasteful in so many ways and disrespectful on so many levels. On so many levels.
It's kind of a running joke. I think we all know that black anime girls are some of the biggest existed. So, I mean, this person who worships them and ended up getting bullied by them so badly that she herself, I'm sorry, I just don't have any sympathy. I couldn't.
Of course you don't have any sympathy. You also don't have any. You also don't have, because you need. Like, you're making fun of this poor girl. Like, your chops is. Like, I'm sorry. I know that's not the point of the video, but, like, you cannot be this stupid and be saying these types of things. You just can't. Like, you can't be and out. And also, I find it really, really funny that he's more upset over the fact that she ended her life over this, other than the people who made her end her life. Like, he's more upset over her individual choices versus what influenced that individual choice. Like, that's crazy to me. This person passed away because of a very real issue, and you're sweeping it under the rug just because a white person said it. And then he goes on about how, like, they're coons and how they basically don't deserve to live. But it's like, you're the biggest coon here. And then he'll post things like, oh, I love my black queens forever, no snow bunnies here. But yet the only videos I've seen is him tearing down Black women who happen to be alternative. Like, did they reject you? Did you get rejected by like a Black alternative girl and that's why you're this miserable? Or like,
or less, honestly. I don't think
Like
any
what?
Black person should have sympathy for exactly what they deserve. Like, you want to be a part of their thing.
she deserved to die because she had a hobby that I guess Black supremacists don't agree with. So she deserves to die. That makes so much sense. Like, that makes so much sense.
So badly, fine, who cares? I'm glad there's a large number of people who agree with what I'm saying, because I mean, Black people need to stop having sympathy again for like traitors. Like, let them.
He's calling her a traitor for cosplaying. Mind you, the girl that he's talking about is a dark-skinned Black girl who's very clearly Black, doesn't try and hide it, and he's calling her a traitor. All right.
Get exactly what they deserve and let them sort of wallow in their own sorrow when it comes.
So, by this logic, does he not understand that this also includes him? Like, he talks about alternative Black women and cosplayers and people in the anime community who are Black and how they don't deserve sympathy or empathy because they're traitors. But you're making a video congratulating the death of one of your own kind and then rationalizing it by saying she's a traitor. Does not in turn make you a traitor? How are you pro-Black, pro this, but like, you're literally mocking another person of color's death right now? And a lot of the comments are saying stuff like death to or like, I have zero empathy for fellow Blacks who kill themselves over the opinion of pigskins. First of all, as a Black person, calling other people fellow Blacks is crazy. It's crazy. It's like you went so far right to the point where you're not even like, it doesn't even make sense. Like, they're just doing the same exact thing like a racist white person would do, but they're covering up being like pro-Black. It's literally the same thing, but in reverse. And then a lot of the comments are like, she can rest in piss. I agree with you. I hate all anime people. They're the worst. It's like 99.99% of their community. This one I thought was sickening. Like I said, I'm not going to zoom in on that image, but like, you can see. And there were more images like that. I'm guessing they got taken down by TikTok. Total pigskin annihilation. It's honestly pathetic how much there's white people behind the screens affect them to such a degree. I'm honestly speechless. Like, these people are genuinely believing the things that he's saying, and they agree with this. Like, they genuinely agree with this. And it's so sickening.
And now the next thing is they're saying that I'm saying being a part of the anime community is why I dislike her. I mean,
that literally is why you dislike her. You made about 3 videos stating that.
I can't even come up with good arguments. The reason I dislike these people is, like I said, because they're a bunch of...
You dislike them because you are insecure about your own Blackness, so you feel like you have to overcompensate. And so you nitpick these people who are comfortable in their own skin and are comfortable with going into these spaces as Black people because it's something that you could never do because you hate yourself. You don't hate them because you're only saying that they're coon because you yourself have a problem with your own self-image as a Black person. Like, you're literally perpetuating the same exact stereotype that you're trying to be. You're talking about Black excellence and Black intelligence, but yet you are contributing to a bigger problem. Like, the CIA is literally cackling, they're kicking their feet, and they're blushing.
They have Asian people as profile pictures. They worship K-pop Asians. They draw their characters light-skinned. They freaking give them blonde hair. Whenever you see the love interest for their little drawing characters, it's always a freaking Caucasian or Asian.
No, that is simply not true. There are so many animes, so many manga artists, where they have Black characters, or they have Black-inspired characters, or they have characters of a million different races. Half the time, I never understand when people make this argument, because half the time in anime, there are no white people. The only anime that I can think of where it's more than maybe one white person is something based off of either Europe, like for example, Attack on Titan. Other than that, like I hate when people say this because it's just simply not true. It's just not true because the characters you're talking about aren't white either.
Reason. I mean, go on Pinterest right now. Go on Pinterest and search up black anime couple. And like 70% of the black anime couples that show up are going to be fucking interracial.
And what's wrong with that? He talks about interracial couples, but black men are the highest rate to marry somebody who isn't black between the two. And also on top of that, no African American is 100% black due to like migration and slavery. So a lot of things he's saying is just, it's just really funny and ironic to me.
I can accept if you're a prideless and you like worship these people and you sort of know who you are and you're these like sort of self-depriving.
Being comfortable with exploring other cultures and other places does not make you a coon. If anything, I fear it's the opposite.
Again, like just sort of know who you are. You know, I can accept that honesty, but don't come to me and act like me disliking this population doesn't make sense. We all know that the black alt people, the black K-pop people, the black anime people are a bunch of fucking. They're a bunch of self-hating, non-black.
I like how he's calling them self-hating. Meanwhile, he has made an entire account dedicated to only hating on other black people. Notice how in none of his posts about black supremacy, he's poking fun at white people. He doesn't have not a single video talking about white people. Only black people. You're talking about coons and self-hate. Meanwhile, I haven't seen you made a single video on white people. He doesn't have a single video about a white person. He's not going against the racist white people. He's only going against these innocent people who are just learning how to express themselves. Like, you're calling everyone else a coon. You're saying that they hate themselves. Meanwhile, you're only attacking other black people. If you love black people so much and you are so pro-black, how come you're not talking about anything else? How come you're not talking about how race and all these things affect you and how you interact with other races? You're only talking about black people, specifically black women.
Black people worshipers. That's just the fucking truth. We've all seen it. Again, you think Dragon Ball Z, which portrays the character in its superior form as blonde and blue-eyed, and then in a lesser form technically, in its brunette and brown-eyed form, is a lesser form. You think that doesn't obviously show something in the anime community?
Yes, I agree that there is probably not even probably, there is, because Asia is a very xenophobic country. But using Dragon Ball Z as an example is the worst example he probably could have pulled. Like, you could, like you almost had me there, but then you messed it up.
Are we just gonna act like that doesn't fucking exist? Just give me a fucking break.
Nobody's acting like it doesn't exist. You're literally just nitpicking small details from certain animes and then running with that knowledge. Also, Dragon Ball Z is damn near as old as time.
Mad about it? I don't care. Because at the end of the day, black nationalism is evolving, the pro-black space is evolving. We're not doing this kumbaya, wearing the shikis nonsense anymore. The deal is this: the black race needs to be strong. People who care about the black race matter.
I like how he's talking about people who care about the black race, but the only videos he makes is hating on people inside of the black race. The black left is totally treasonous. They hate us and will go to absolute lengths with it. The black center and the right are the only ones capable of racial awareness. He talks in every single video he makes. He talks about racial awareness, but I don't think he knows that he's black. Like, genuinely, I think that like underneath he's actually white. Because some of the things that he says, he thinks that he's being so pro-black, but it's actually the opposite. Like, I fear he's so far off. He's not even on the scale. Like, he's so far, he's almost anti-black.
People who want to stay out of our way matter. Our real allies matter. That's what fucking matters. It's not about having sympathy for degenerates.
No, it's called having just basic human empathy.
So, again, I want to make clear that I am not a Republican. To be a black person who recognizes these same conservative values does not mean you go to listen to Candace Owens, who marries a white person.
He's saying straight black men don't belong in the Republican Party, but you yourself are a Republican. Your views and your ideals are Republican. they're very conservative. And this is where he starts trying to blur the line.
Again, I want to make clear that I am not a Republican. To be a black person who recognizes...
It is so crazy that he makes this video basically saying that straight black men don't belong in the Republican Party, but yet everything that you post is in favor of Republican ideals. He is, like, this is what I'm saying. Like, he's starting to blur the line between the two. He's so far right that it's like, what are you even saying at this point? It's like he's against it and for it at the same time. I fear he's having like an internal battle with himself, and we're just watching this live. He's actually going into like some form of psychosis. Because like, imagine genuinely sitting down and recording that and then like believing everything that you say.
But we continue on.
Musicians built K-pop and rock's foundation. Black anime fans are the most influential storytellers of this generation. Black writers and animators are introducing new black characters. And if after decades of systemic discrimination, gentrification,
much of that is integrationist, but we'll continue on.
Media underrepresentation, and purposeful miseducation, one of my own shows up hating their own skin?
That's not quite what it is. Again, we have to be honest.
I like how he's like, we have to be honest, but yet he can't even be honest with himself.
Exist today as black people because black people of the past worked together and value their community enough to continue it onward. So we have the right to exclude certain populations. We have the right to exclude those who are detrimental. The human body does not accept.
But the whole point of being pro-black is to not exclude. Like we have all these movements and all of these things, and yet he's somehow going backwards, and he believes he's going forward. You discriminating against your own people because you don't align with something that they align with because you are uncomfortable with your own race is crazy.
Viruses. It fights them. The human body does not accept parts of it that are not contributing.
I like how he's like, they don't accept parts that are not contributing, but he isn't contributing. Like he doesn't understand. He's saying like, oh, they're not contributing to anything, but like, you're not contributing to anything. If anything, you're just adding fuel to the fire and you're making us look stupid.
If something is destructive to a community, if something is taking advantage of a community but refuses to take part in the construction of it.
Me, I guess I was a shoulder to cry on, a place on a lover with a fire in his heart.
Yeah, and then he makes posts saying black queens forever, but all of the women that he's dragging have been black women. So are you really for us or no? Also, I don't think you've ever felt the touch of a woman. I don't think any woman would ever come near you with a 10-foot pole. Black or not. And all the comments are insane. Only date within your ethnicity or race, never outside, because you will create self-haters. So is he mixed? Because he sure does hate himself quite a lot. I'm white and I approve this message. This is what I'm talking about. Like, how are you so pro-black, but you're just feeding into all of these, like, terrible ideals? So left, we went right. I agree. Never mix. Y'all remember that never mix girl who looked like dead ass inbred? That's what he reminds me of. I feel like he's in. You know what? He looks in. So, you know, this is all starting to make sense. This is starting to make sense. I also find this post really, really funny because he's saying straight black man unity is my political worldview. But yet, you don't even like half of the straight black men in your community because if they happen to be anime lovers, then you don't consider them as black. So how can you have a black man unity when you're excluding half of your your own community? Black that date outside of the race have a strange tendency to disrespect their own race. Well, I'm assuming that this guy is single, but I think it's funny that that comment says that. Meanwhile, his entire page is him hating on black people for being different and not having his ideals, his very, very far-stretched supremacist ideals. This next clip makes me so mad because the rant he's about to go on is absolutely like, it's gonna make your brain hurt. Because he says some of the most brain dead things I've ever heard in my life.
Why they hate us so much. The black left is filled with collaborators. When we look back at history, and we look at the people who have fought, and many of these people sacrificed their own lives for the black race. Booker T. Washington, Patrice Lumumba, Du Bois, Marcus Garvey, Sylvanus Olympia, Patrice Lumumba, Thomas Sankara. Okay?
Yeah, these people fought so that you didn't have to exclude yourselves from the rest of the world. Wasn't the entire point was so that everyone could get along culturally. But yet you are trying to go back on that by saying that black people should not interact with other cultures or other races because it mixes them. And you post things like people should never mix. So you're saying this, being like, oh, look at these people who have fought for the black community. But, you know, I'm not even gonna say that, I'm just letting him speak.
Nat Turner. Every last one of those people were straight black men. And if we go on with the list, every last one of them were straight black men as well. So
how'd you know? Were you there back in time? Were you living in their household? There are plenty of queer black gay men who have opened so many doorways for other black people. So he's trying to say that all of these people, oh, look, they were all straight black men. He just completely disregards anyone who's a part of the LGBT community, which there are a lot. There are a lot of black people in the queer community who have done big things for the black community. But he's not gonna talk about that.
I wonder what it is that makes people say black men are the weakest link.
Because we have you as a leading example. Like, if he was the main example for this, I fear we would be cooked. We'd be beyond cooked.
When black men have been the very center of the rise of the race whatsoever. I don't remember any gay guys. None of those people were...
Again, he's just absolutely ignoring a big fat chunk of history. Like, he's just forgetting about so much. He's not even forgetting. He's just straight up not mentioning it because it wouldn't fit his ideals.
None of those guys were... None of those people were women. None of those people were feminists.
I know he did not just say that black women didn't help the black community. Like, I know we all learned about black history in school, bro. I know we all learned about, like... Oh my god, this is making my brain hurt.
Every last one of them was a straight black man who had concern for the race as a whole.
𝕰𝖆𝖆𝖎𝖎𝖏 Parks is a straight black man.
They wanted to raise up women. They wanted to raise up black people's ability to do whatever they like in the world.
Exactly. So why are you going against that? The entire point is so that black people could do things like cosplay and go to different countries and explore different cultures. So why are you in turn trying to reverse that? You just said that they fought so that black people could do whatever they wanted in the world. Meanwhile, you are judging other black people for doing exactly that.
They're the reason we have anything we have today. The left of today is nothing but liberals and individualists. The left acts as nothing, the black left acts as nothing but a rebellion. They are a color revolution happening within the black race right now. The same way they want a color revolution in China and Russia and any nation in the world that has any order and unity. They want a color revolution there. They're doing the exact same thing with us in our own particular way.
I'm not gonna watch the rest of this. I refuse to listen to him speak. Like, it's so gone so far left or right. But yeah, that's just like a few of his videos. I don't even want to go through every single one of them because he's honestly insufferable. And he has more accounts than this. He has like probably 2 more other accounts where he talks about stuff. But I think people like this are sick. I feel like there's something mentally wrong with him deeply and he just hasn't confronted. So he feels the need to make these videos for some sort of validation. He's definitely some sort of incel. He definitely was rejected by an alternative black girl in school and now he just hates us all. I genuinely cannot think of a reason. Like, look at some of the titles. Look at some of the titles of his videos. The black left must be destroyed. Like, like, do you not realize that as a black person, you are the left? Like, okay. And then he has an entire video of him mocking this girl's death, basically saying that she deserved to die. I'm not going to get over that. I'm going to keep mentioning that because he hasn't made 1, not 2, but 3 posts about this girl. And it's sickening. It's disgusting. Like, how could you even come out there and say that about someone? You're supposed to be pro-black and pro this, but you are literally condoning exactly what they want you to condone. Like, you might as well go join the 3K members. You might as well hang out with them. Because it seemed like y'all want the same thing. Hey guys, I'm popping in from the future. I was gonna end the video right here, but I thought it was really funny that I mentioned that I did leave a comment on his post, and a bunch of his goons or like weird black supremacy cultists decided to respond to it and DM me as well, telling me that I am a mixed breed mutt and that the video was not intended for me anyway. And all I have to say to that is, number one, I'm fully black, and number two, a lot of these men that are in his comments that are agreeing with his ideals are indeed incels. Or they're a bunch of black men who truly hate themselves and believe that everyone in the world is against them, which I can understand why, you know, some black men think that, but they genuinely believe that because the entire world is against them, that they cannot interact in other places that are not black. But I find this really, really funny that they bring up interracial dating and black women who want to submit to the white man for validation. Meanwhile, all of these views and stuff directly link to racist stereotypes and directly link to what white supremacists or white conservatives want, which is really funny to me. And also what's really, really funny is that the guy who said this has an entire page where he posts video game clips from a game that was made in not America, not by black people. So in turn, the person who made that comment, you're also a coon, because you're playing a game made by Asians. And how could you be a black person supporting an Asian business? You must really want validation from that white man. Also, the last point I'm going to throw in there, when he talks about interracial couples and how these women clearly want validation from non-black men, I find it really funny because black men are most likely have the highest percentage of interracial marriages and relationships with white women. So a lot of these men who are saying this and preaching this aren't even living it, because half the time, 9 times out of 10, you're more likely to see an interracial couple where the man is black and the woman is white versus the other way around. And I don't know, I just thought that was really, really funny. Anyways, all this is making my brain hurt. If you like it, like it. If you don't, don't. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.